A very warm welcome back to the channel. Something slightly different in today's show because a lot of Southampton fans are very interested in what is happening up at Rangers with our ex-manager Russell Martin. And I thought, do you know what? Let's get a little bit closer to Rangers because I've got a good friend and I did a fair bit of work with him in the build up to Martin becoming the Rangers manager back in the summer. Scotty's going to be joining me here on the Football Martin channel very shortly to give me a little bit of a fan insight and experts insight into what has gone wrong and what is happening at Rangers. And is Russell Martin on the brink of the sack already? Scotty is here with us. Scotty, thank you very much for coming on the channel today, mate. I can't thank you enough for giving me some of your time. Southampton fans are very, very interested in what has been happening at Rangers. Tell me more, my friend.
Well, it's not really get started yet, to be honest with you, Martin. It's the football is worrying. The results are worrying. The signings, they're even more worrying. We're not in a good place at all. 3 games played, Motherwell away. We go 1-0 up away through a set piece through Tavernier, and you think, right, okay. Parts of the football look absolutely incredible. You're like, right, we should be 3-4-0 up here.
Yeah.
This is really, really good. Now, Motherwell are under a new manager as well, and they're playing the same type of football. So you're not coming up against a low block. You're coming up against a team, no disrespect, of the level of Motherwell. The Rangers should be beaten, especially when they were playing that open.
Yeah.
And the team let Motherwell come into the second half. Motherwell equalised and probably should have won the game if I'm being fair to them, given their performance. Next up was Dundee at Ibrox. That was 10 times worse. I would say that's when the poor form actually started. They've got Stephen Presley in charge now. Stephen Presley up here when it comes to being a manager. I know he's done quite a lot of work down south in the lower leagues. He has not got a great reputation. The way he sets up his teams, he's a bit of a joke figure, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Dundee came, camped in, didn't break them down.
Is it just a low block, just a men behind the ball?
Threw one each. Threw one each with them. We ended up down to 10 men as well. We've ended up down to 10 men twice under Russell Martin in 10 games. Then the third match in the league, St Mirren, always a tough away game. Stephen Robinson's in charge. It's always, it's like a 5-5 he plays. Like it's defensive football. They've got a lot of hard workers. There's one guy at the back called Alec Gogic who would probably kick his granny to get St Mirren a point. And it was turgid. It's slow. The strikers, probably the most worrying thing for me, to be honest with you, because
lack of chance, not creating enough chances.
no, there's no clear cut opportunities being created for them. They're not really playing in the box. Danilo on Wednesday night there against Club Brugge. Danilo's your striker. We signed him for $6 million for Feyenoord a few years ago. Yeah. He's dropping into the 6th position to take a pass for Jack Butland. And I'm like, something not right here. Your striker dropping deep and linking play high up the park is acceptable, but not that deep. Not that deep. Whether you're down to 10 men or not, you need an outball. But it's not got going. There's rumours that he's lost the dressing room already.
Wow.
You could look at this 2 ways. You could look at it as he trying to fix the problems that's been in the dressing room for the last few years by selling them, or as he lost the dressing room. There's 2 spins you can put on it. The latest rumour going about is Nico Raskin. He's supposedly off down to Wolves. Nico Raskin's probably our best central midfielder. He's recently been capped for Belgium. An absolutely outstanding footballer. We should be getting top dollar for him, but I don't know what we'll get given his current situation. His dad came out and done an article. I would urge people just to Google Nico Raskin's dad, and they'll get this article, and it's just a complete and utter rant about Russell Martin's football.
Really? The style.
Yeah.
I joined you on the Rangers Journal, so for any Southampton fan tuning in, I should mention you need to go and check out Scott and his team over at the Rangers Journal. They're superb. They've been covering everything. I've been watching you from a distance the last couple of weeks because I wanted that insight. been some really strong, interested opinions, and you have been talking about the football. You just touched upon the football, and what's it? Is it been a total and utter change to what you're used to, the way that he wants to set up?
Not even, because see the type of football that's on show. I'm guessing when he was at Saints, there would have been passing, free flowing, everybody moving, teams out running the opposition team, high pressing, a high line at the back, really, really compact, trapping teams in their own half and just not giving them a minute. That's how I pictured Russell Martin. But instead, we've got this, I don't know, set pieces. I'll begin there. No, he plays. It's Mike Williamson that's in charge of set pieces. That's been made crystal clear. But it all falls at Russell Martin's door, if you ask me now. So, he's playing zonal marking.
Doesn't work.
In the first game against Bruges, I don't know if you've seen it. I think it's the third goal at Ibrox. It's a straight line of defenders on the edge of the box. There's 4 Bruges players on the outside of the area. The ball just gets whipped out, and this boy whips a fantastic strike into the bottom corner through about 11 bodies. Then the most interesting start from Wednesday night was Bruges scored. All 5 of Bruges' goals were from crosses, and 3 of them were headers. Rangers won. Rangers have got Nasser Giga and John Suter at the back now. John Suter, yet again, he would header his granny. Right, he's a siege defender. He's very accomplished on the ball. Rangers won 12% of their aerial duels against Club Brugge on Wednesday night. 12%.
That's a lot.
That's scary, considering you've got 2 6-foot-plus guys playing at centre back, whether you're down to 10 men or not. No, I think, personally, I think he's overcomplicated it. I don't think the players know what they're doing, and I think they've just I think some of them have down tools.
Do you feel, is that how you feel already? Like I was watching a show a couple of days ago, and he spoke about the dressing room being an issue, whether he has already lost the dressing room so early on. I did see a few of his post-match interviews because they constantly come up on my feed.
Yeah.
Whether it's on X, TikTok, YouTube, wherever it is, I get a Russell Martin clip come up. He's come out. He's been quite critical of the players actually in the press already.
Nice.
Is that quite a big thing for a Rangers manager to go and do that?
It's new. We're quite old school in the sense of that we're not used to it. The biggest one was against Motherwell. He came out and he says it was a lack of desire, it was a lack of this, a lack of that, and we wouldn't see that again. See the amount of times he says already that last 20 minutes of that game, you won't see that again. Yeah. That was against St Mirren from last week, and then we get beat 6-0 off a Bruges on Wednesday night. So he's seen 90 minutes of it. In terms of the way he is with the press and the media,
has he been prickly?
Today he was for the first time. I remember you saying that to me. Today he was very prickly with the media. What he did last weekend, I didn't agree. We had a player who's just left today, Hamza Agaman.
Is he left now? Is he gone?
He's left. He's signed for Lille. He's gone. 10.5 million we got from. No, Agaman was a player of great potential. It was once in a generation for Rangers to get all their player like this.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's been leaked out in the press. It was a release clause. I don't think I believe that, to be honest. I think that's just mumble jumble. Russell Martin came out and says after the St Mirren game, he turned round to Agaman and asked him to come on, and Agaman says he was injured.
Yeah, I saw that clip. Yeah.
Whether that's true or false, I don't know. Do I believe it? Probably not. But I'm still kind of sitting on the fence with it, to be honest with you. But the fact he's done it, that's not what Rangers fans are used to seeing. Rangers fans are used to seeing problems getting kept in the dressing room, and it's all in house. That's not the stature or the presence of a Rangers manager to do something like that.
How the fans taking it? How are the fans taking him doing that?
I think it was mixed. Some of them are. See, because it was the third draw in the spin. Now, bear in mind, that's the worst start to a season Rangers have had in 153 years.
Wow, is it really?
Years.
Well, the worst start in 153 years?
Yeah, 3 draws on the bounce. And Russell Martin still coming out and saying he's unbeaten in the league.
Is that what he's saying?
Aye. But in terms of how it's going, it's it's not going too good. The narrative is very much leaning towards we need to get this guy out to save our season.
Yeah, they feel that already. They're
Hmm.
already because this weekend, like for anybody that doesn't know what's happening this weekend, it is the biggest game. The biggest game. It's at home as well. You play
Yeah,
Celtic at Ibrox this weekend. How big is the game
massive, because Celtic can go 9 points clear if they beat us.
already?
9 points clear.
Jeez. So it's a massive,
Um,
massive game.
a massive game that he needs to win. He needs to win it to have any hope of surviving in this job. He needs to win it, Martin. There's absolutely no doubt about it to me.
Do you think if you lose this game, he's done already, finished?
Depends the manner of how we lose a game. The other night there would have been an acceptance about losing against Bruges if it was done in the correct
But the
way.
scoreline was
But
horrific.
the way that we lost was the issue. If we get beat 2 or 3-0 and we camped in, I think it would have been all right. But it's the
Yeah,
manner and the way we lost the goals. It's the players' body language on the pitch.
yeah.
That's what's saying this isn't working. It's not just from the fans. It's the players that are telling the fans as well. It's not working because it's sign guys like Max Aarons, and Max Aarons gets sent off for something we would never do in a Bournemouth shirt or a Valencia shirt or a Norwich shirt. He pulled the boy back when he didn't need to, and
Yeah.
just got a straight red card. It's turgid times. It's turgid times, to be honest. And Russell Martin is up against it very early on in his Rangers career, Martin.
Yeah, I see you brought Jaden Magatoma in. Actually, he was at Southampton, wasn't he?
Aye.
For a period of time, was deemed actually by under Martin. They deemed him not good enough. That ownership at the time, his
Right.
management, the staff, and they moved him out. He went to Brighton and Hove Albion, and then I see he signed for you a couple of weeks ago. How's he looking, Jaden?
Good player. Tidy.
Yeah,
But he's yet another one. There was the second Bruges goal the other night. Jaden Magoma gets the ball at left back when he should just clear it. There's 4 Bruges bodies round him. He's putting his foot on top of the ball and he's lifting his head and looking for passing options.
yeah,
Realistically, all he's got to do is kick it off an opposition player for a goal kick.
yeah.
This is the type of thing that's happening that's costing us goals. We're trying to overplay far, far too much.
Are you just
So
overplaying? That is Martin's way of playing. Like, is it a slow build up from the back? Is it from the goalkeeper? You slowly build up. No, there's no long ball. There's nothing out wide. It's very narrow, and he just likes to keep possession for keeping possession and keep the ball moving. But sometimes you end up getting to the halfway line, then you go backwards, and then you end up players getting caught on the ball in areas of the pitch that you just don't want players getting caught on the ball on, and that was a big issue at Saints. Are you finding the same?
horseshoe type football, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good
There's
way to
times
describe it.
where there was the second goal against Panathinaikos where Jack Butland get the ball and he threw it out to, I think it was Max Aarons that was playing left back that day.
Yeah,
The ball get progressed forward very, very quickly. 5-6 passes. Gassama had just come on. Gassama rifles one into the back of the net. That's the kind of quick, free-flowing football we were hoping for, we were expecting. Because
yeah,
see if the players are displaying that football in this league, nobody will be able to contain it. We saw it under Ange at Celtic. Ange
yeah,
played a very quick, similar style of football, and nobody could match Celtic because they were constant. They were constantly on it, constantly attacking, constantly pressing. And it's not happening at Rangers, Martin. It's slow, it's turgid. Players look bereft of ideas. They look scared to. I mean, one thing he did say in one of his first pressers was, "We'll always outrun the opposition." When we've got the ball, you're not seeing anybody make any movement.
yeah,
So where's the patterns of play? Where's the ideas? How are we going to break down a low block? Because that's the bread and butter of this
I did
league.
say that to you, didn't I? When I come on the Rangers Journal, I said to you guys, it's my fear for him. I thought he would have done a lot better than he's done actually, but I always thought in terms of low block concerned me a bit because I knew that Rangers are the team that everybody doesn't want to get beaten by. That you would fear playing Rangers, and that teams would sit in and play low blocks and try and be hard to play through. And we struggled at times during the Championship campaign under him when there was teams that just sat. We just couldn't break him
Yeah,
down. I was looking at Rotherham and Stoke at home, Middlesbrough at home. There was games where we just couldn't break teams down.
aye, it's just the exact same. It's just the exact same up here in the league. He got off weight in Europe against Panathinaikos and Pilsen. The two qualifiers, Bruges, a superior difference in quality.
Yeah.
But it's an unacceptable scoreline, an unacceptable manner in which
We
the
had that in
scoreline
his
is
final
held.
game at St Mary's. It was a 5-0 defeat. We'd been beaten at home to Chelsea 5-1, and then we lost to Tottenham on a Saturday night late, and it was 5-0 at half time. And we were and the body language that night and the goals we conceded, it was heartbreaking
Aye,
to watch. And that was the end of it. If he'd lost that game 2-0, he would have probably gone on for a bit longer. But the fact that the scoreline and the manner of the defeat that night was just like, it was so bad. He was actually down the tunnel at 4-0, and he didn't see the fifth goal go in because he was I think he was told he was sacked at half time. Somebody said there was a lot of rumours that he was
aye.
sacked at half time during that game. The weekend's huge. How do you see it going? How do you feel this weekend will unravel against Celtic?
Celtic win.
Do you think?
Celtic win. Celtic win. Celtic have signed a player that at the journal we do a lot of scouting stuff, a lot of tactical analysis stuff. Not just podcasts. We like to do a bit of everything. We're looking at this boy Shin Yamada for the J League, and I was very vocal on Twitter about getting him signed. Celtic signed him in the summer. He's basically the replacement for Kyogo, who went to Rennes and is playing at Birmingham now. This boy is short, sharp.
Yeah.
He's against that high line. He's not scored for Celtic yet, but I think his first goals are going to come at the weekend, if I'm being perfectly honest with you, because Celtic have just sold Adam Ida to Swansea today. And I wish we were coming up against Adam Ida because he's not very mobile. He's not very hard to defend, if that makes any sense. Whereas Chingamada is probably going to come in and cause different level of problems. Daisen Maeda as well. There's worries everywhere for me in terms of how this could go on Sunday.
Yeah. You kind of feel if the weekend the fans could turn. It's at home. It's hostile, isn't it? The fans they expect commitment. They expect players to pull the shirt on and wear it with pride. It's a huge football club, and if anybody is not given 110%, the fans will kick off, won't they?
It's already turned.
Is it?
It's already there. Aye. When the players get back from Bruges on Wednesday night, there was a sheet up on the gates at Ibrox saying sack them now or they'll be better before there's empty seats. That's what the sheet said. The narrative's already there. The Rangers fans have spoken, as far as I'm concerned. I was very patient at the beginning with Russell Martin. I wanted my podcast to push the narrative of give it time.
Give it time, yeah.
There will be a wee bit of pain in the beginning, but Bruges at the weekend there, Bruges on Wednesday night there was far too much pain, and it's not acceptable. St Mirren, Dundee.
I saw some of the goals they conceded. It was just like it brought back some memories. I honestly thought it was going to work out better for him there. I just thought I knew it was a big ask. It's a massive football club. Do you know what I saw? Do you know what when he was announced? I went through and I read all the comments on the club's Facebook page, and they were even going to as far as like, you know, it is a huge football club, and the fact that he was wearing a pair of suede trainers, they were furious about it. Some of the fans, they were furious, they were livid. It was like not acceptable. He had a suit on and a pair of trainers, and they were not happy, were they?
Rangers manager always wears a suit on match day. Russell Martin says he's too sweaty for it.
Oh, he doesn't wear the suit. So was
doesn't
he
wear the suit because he's too sweaty.
Where's the hoodie or the jumper? Yeah.
Aye, pretty much. That personally, to me, it's a tradition thing as a Rangers fan that your Rangers manager wears that. Players should all be in suits and your brown brogues, and it's standards, it's traditions of the club. For me, personally, it doesn't really bother me what Russell Martin wears in the dugout. Is if he was getting a good enough results, then nobody would care. But he's not getting good enough results, so it's all going to get. It's all going to come up.
Scotty, staff-wise, who's he got on his backroom staff? Who did he take with him to Ibrox?
Mike Williamson was the ex-Newcastle defender. He's in charge of set pieces.
Yeah.
Hold on, Russell Martin. Rangers.
What's he got assistant manager-wise? Because I'm trying to think of the guy that was with him at Southampton. He seemed to go with him everywhere. He used to take a core group of staff with him wherever he went. I wasn't sure if that happened when he went to Rangers. I thought, you know what, he might not have had the same group of
He's
staff.
he's got Salvatore Bibbo, the goalkeeping coach from Sheffield Wednesday, and there's
Yeah,
been a huge upturn in Jack Butland's performances
was there?
since Sal's come in. Aye,
Mm.
100%. That's definitely worked. And Mike Williamson. There is another. I'm trying to figure out who that is now.
Yeah, so yeah,
Um,
I was intrigued. It doesn't sound like he's got all his staff that he had with him at Southampton. There are a few left behind. A few of the fitness coaches still stayed at Saints when he left. I'd say the big thing that we found down here with the change of manager, I know that Martin went in December. The big thing that Will Steele's done with the Saints players is get them fit, because
mhm.
the fitness levels really dropped, and they were questioning the ability to close teams down, to chase the ball in numbers, because they were just so used to having the ball. It was a possession based side, and they're trying to sort of like revenue. It's like a revolution of what we were trying to do. That everything's
Yeah,
changing. It's a total different approach to what it was under Russell, and yeah, it's gonna take some fixing down here. We've got a lot of work to get back to being a really good championship side. I think it's going to take a bit of recovery. I hope it works out, and I hope you get a result the weekend. I really do, but you're feeling that it is not gonna happen. Before you go, Scotty, just let everybody on my channel know who you are, because many Saints fans, like, I brought you on here for a reason, because everybody's talking about it. Every time I do a live stream, Russell Martin, every time there's a Rangers result, they're talking, and they are not obsessed, but they're intrigued. Is the right word. Scotty, if we want to find out any more post match at the weekend after the game against Celtic, where can we find you?
So, just to answer your question quickly about his R2 backroom staff, it's Matt Gill and Reece Owen. Reece
Max
Owen's the
Gill's there.
perform.
Max, yeah, that's the guy.
Matt Gill's there, and he's the one that's always in the training videos doing the drills and
He's there. Yeah, he was at
everything else.
Saints with him. He was at
Aye,
Saints with him.
he
Yeah,
comes across
massively.
a very good coach, I must say.
Yeah,
He
good
does
guy, I
come
think.
across a good coach.
Mm. Where can
In
we
terms of
find you,
where
mate?
in terms of where you can find us, obviously Rangers Journal podcast. We do tactical, so we've got tactical lowdowns, tactical breakdowns. So the lowdown is about oppositions that we're coming up against. We've got the breakdown after the games that's recorded a few days later,
Mm.
where which went wrong. Obviously, the breakdown this week will be interesting when it's released regarding Club Brugge, because there'll be a lot in that to dissect.
Mm.
We've got the scouting channel, which has got plenty of videos on it. 5 podcasts per week on different subjects, speaking about Rangers. We've got pre and post match reactions, pre match thoughts, post match reactions. If you head on over to our YouTube channel, you'll see it all, because the links are all set up a week in advance. So you'll be able to see when we're on, and any Saint fan would be welcome.
Yeah, mate, definitely. You've got to go check the guys out, because they're absolutely brilliant. It's a superb what you do. You go into so much detail and so much depth. I recommend you to head over, subscribe to the channel like I have done, and you'll get all their updates. Scotty, I really appreciate you coming on. Thank you for your time, mate.
No problem. Nice to return the favour, and good to speak to you again, Martin.